My French destroyer crusade addiction, or whatever you want to call it, is continuing because I just really like these ships. They are very strong. And I'm also about to drink a thing of coffee at 7:43 at night. So we are going to be bouncing off the walls this game. So I guess it fits that we're playing a Frenchie. Uh, let's see. Stewie, what do you think of that? Alright, first things first, threats to my ship, Des Moines radar, Minotaur potential radar, Alaska Baltimore radar, Shimakaze Gearing Holland for destroyers, Baleo, and a 2501 for submarines. We did get a bit of a dog map, but I guess it works because we did spawn on at least the best side for us. And there's no carrier to grief us, so I guess we have that going for us. I think our game plan for right now is we're probably going to head towards sea and maybe go around like that on the edge of the cap circle. We're going to have our submarine to spot for us. That's going to be the plan anyway. We also have a Salem radar, although I doubt that's going to be helpful. And as Cleveland is about to throw the game by telling everyone to monkey push 2 caps, which, by the way, is something that you should never ever do. You never want to only focus on 2 caps. Even if you don't dedicate forces to trying to contest all 3 caps, you cannot just say, okay, fuck that 1 cap completely. We're just going to go focus on these 2. You have to have resources dedicated to the entire map, because otherwise you're just going to get wrapped and crossfired. So never do what that Cleveland is doing, because you will lose the game. Alright, here's the Alaska. They are in C. We don't know. We don't have any way of knowing what that is just yet. There's a smoke screen over there. And we are now hard spotted, so we lose nothing by opening up on this Alaska. Thing to note about these very large cruisers is that they do take full duration fires, and they also do not have access to fire prevention. Okay, so there's the Shimakaze, there's the Holland, so that is gearing smoke in C. It looks like those are gearing shells coming out of it as well. Yep, there's a submarine there as well, because of course there would be. Here we go. I'm gonna load up the armor piercing. There's a submarine, like, literally right there. Looks like that Alaska did use his DCP on that double fire. So he's going to flood and probably burn out. Yet there goes a double fire. Well, a triple fire if we're being honest, but with that Alaska gone, that's going to open up this side for me to make some aggressive plays. So that's what we're going to be looking at doing right now. This Baltimore could potentially prove a problem. But there's a Baleo, like, literally in our mouths. You know what would be great is if there was, like, a submarine who had submarine surveillance that can basically perma-spot this guy. Is he about to get shotgunned? No, he did not. Oh, have fun with that. Alright. With that, going to turn our attention... Well, no, I don't want to be too aggressive with this gearing. There's a Montana and a Baltimore literally in his mouth. Hello? Okay. That's suboptimal. Okay. The bright side, this Montana's not shooting at me. The downside is this Baltimore is. I do want to use my reload booster here because I want to make sure that this Baltimore dies as fast as possible. It was honestly a little bit of a waste because he didn't show broadside for very long, but that's why I did it. Normally I do try and save my reload booster for DD engagements or to try and finish off low health targets that absolutely need to be put down. But in that scenario, I wanted that Baltimore to die as quickly as possible, so that's why I hit it. Even though I honestly shouldn't have. That is a misplay by me. So now we don't have our reload booster, so we're not going to be able to really effectively go after these destroyers. And they're not even spotted. So right now the plan is just going to be try and burn down this Montana a little bit while we wait for our reload booster to come off of cooldown. That Montana did DCP and he is about to eat some torpedoes. So that Shima's gonna go behind the island. We're not gonna get anything on him. And of course, it's right when the Montana DCPs is when we're not getting any more fires, which is a little unfortunate. We're actually gonna go dark right now. I don't know what you want me to do. I literally don't have a smoke screen. You dumb person. Alright. Right now, we're gonna probably try and play for B right around here. There's a Des Moines, and there's 2 destroyers. So, okay. There's the Des Moines, there's the gearing. If we get radared here, that would actually be a little suboptimal. Pop out some torpedoes like so. And we're just going to turn our attention towards this Des Moines. And hopefully we can force his DCP. And if he eats any of those torpedoes, that will be a permanent flood. We are going to use our reload booster right here to try and get him on another fire as well. There's the permanent flood, there's the permanent fire. Alright. Do not have our reload booster right now. But that is okay, because the gearing is over there next to the Salem. And Shimakaze was last spotted right around there, and that was only 30 seconds ago. So at best, he's like somewhere right here, assuming that he's going to be going for B, which he might not be. This gearing is just straight up killing himself. So, well, I guess great. Right now, we're just going to play for B. There's a Montana that's way too far away to do anything about me unless I get spotted by something else. The only thing that could stand in my way is those 2 destroyers, which is honestly a little bit scary because I don't have my reload booster. I'm actually doing a very aggressive move right now by trying to contest on half health with no reload booster, but if he's going to be on that kind of low health, then we're just going to finish him off. Sucks we didn't get that kill, but oh, whatever. He's dead and I'm not. That's what matters the most. And that gearing is being very, very aggressive. Holy shit. The man's open watering a fucking Salem. What a fucking Chad. Absolute mad lad. And he's also launching depth charges too. How nice. Speaking of depth charges, A was being flipped a few seconds ago right there. And I am also actually being hard spotted, so there's about to be something like in my face. It's about to be a submarine, because the Holland was last spotted like literally right over there, and that was just a few seconds ago. So there is a submarine over here. I'm not detected and I'm not contested right now, so he's either underwater or he's fucking off like towards over here or maybe over here. But I would wager he's probably underwater looking to shotgun my ass. I'm not sure what he thought that radar was about to accomplish with how far away that gearing is. Is that an AFT gearing? I swear that looks... No, I don't think that is. He is a Giga Chad, though, because he's open watering a fucking Salem. So, balls of steel to that man. A little hesitant on open fire on this Montana. Just because, yeah, I got spotted there. So if that submarine is here, he just had a target lock to try and shotgun me. But it does not look like he's doing that. Okay, we're about to do something really stupid. That is a 2501, and he is looking... It does look like he's heading this way right now. The thing to note about the 2501 is that it does not have any torpedo launchers in the rear of the ship. So if I can come up behind him like this, I can actually get close to him without running the risk of getting shotgunned. Though I am being hard spotted now, so he is at periscope depth. For those of you who might not understand exactly how submarine spotting works, when a ship is at periscope depth, they're like their air detection range becomes their surface detection range, basically. So basically what that means is, just for example, I have an air detection of 4.4 kilometers. What that means is that a submarine, while it's at periscope depth, will only be able to spot me at that 4.4 kilometer detection range. Because it's at periscope depth, its air vision becomes surface vision, basically. So, how the hell did none of those hit? But anyway, when it's at periscope depth, it can only spot things from their air detection range. So, in my case, that would be 4.4 kilometers, despite my surface detection being, despite my surface detection being 7.8, it will only spot me at 4.4 when it's at periscope depth. When it's at 30 meters or 60 meters, which is, I guess, operation depth and then maximum depth, it cannot spot at all. The only thing it can do is use hydrophone and submarine surveillance for spotting, but it cannot spot at all. Other than the fact that it can spot planes on the surface. Or, like, it can spot aircraft while at maximum depth for some fucking reason. I don't know why, but they can. But that's just how it works. And then the only way that they can be spotted while at those depths is you either get hydroed, which only works at 2 kilometers or less. If you have a maximum depth submarine that's outside of 2 kilometers, hydro will not spot it, because that's like a really fucking dented mechanic, but that's how it works. And then the same applies for 30 meters, but hydro will spot them at its operation at the maximum hydro spotting distance when the submarine is on the surface or at periscope depth. So if a sub dives beyond those two, you'll only be able to hydro them at 2 kilometers. So anyway, that was a little bit of a mag game. Not really a whole lot happened, but I'm okay with that, because I think this was another, I guess, example of just playing the French destroyers to their strengths, zipping around the map, and instead of really focusing on farming, you only farm when you have a free shot to do so, but your main focus is winning the game, shooting at destroyers, and cap control. And I think I did manage to demonstrate that a little bit right here. Even though it was not a very high damage game, it wasn't a very high XP game, I think it was still a good game that demonstrates just how these destroyers work and how they win games. So on that note, that is going to be enough for today. My French destroyer addiction continues, and I will see you tomorrow.